The Credit Show podcast with Harry Jacobs starts now.
One of the things we deal with a lot, I deal with a lot, is debt collector abuse. Collection agencies are just doing their job. You know, we deal with collection agencies all over the country, and we deal with collection agencies locally. And we have good relationships with most of these companies. And they're just doing a job. That's all they're doing, right? You make a deal, you go to a doctor's office, you buy something, you don't pay it. It gets sent to collection. People have to get their money. But the collectors don't have to be rude. They don't have to be insulting. And they can't abuse you. One of my favorite stories is this client of ours that was a tattoo artist, probably still is. And he had an issue with the collection agency. And they called him. And, you know, there are certain things you can say as a debt collector on the phone. You can't give too much information because, especially when you're leaving a voicemail, you don't know 100% if it's a home. You know, at this point, it was a home number. People still had home numbers, landlines, and that's where it was left. It was left on a machine, a voicemail system. What they did was they said, hey, this is a call for so-and-so. If this is not so-and-so, please, disregard or don't listen to this message. They read that disclaimer properly. At that point, they said, please return our call, and they left the phone number. And from that point, under ordinary circumstances, it's over, right? They followed the rules. But this person thought he was hanging up the phone, disconnecting the call. As it turns out, he didn't hit a button. So he continued to talk, but he was talking not to our client. He was talking about our client to a coworker, and it was still recording on the machine. And he was saying, oh, a tattoo artist with no money that doesn't pay his bills, go figure. And they're laughing about it, and they're laughing about him. I think there were a couple of obscenities thrown in there as well. I think there might have been an F-bomb or two, as they say. Listen, I'm all in favor of a good, well-placed F-bomb. Try to do it less and less. But I'm in favor of it. But not on a call from a debt collector to a consumer. That's where it doesn't belong. That's precisely where it does not belong. So he played us this voicemail, and I remember sitting in my office just laughing, thinking, oh my God. Obviously it was a mistake. But at that point, we handed it off.
You've been listening to the Credit Show podcast with Harry Jacobs. If you need assistance with your credit, text CREDIT to 702-778-2000.